have to say this. All you teams out here, all you people out here watching this video that are fans of these teams, I want you to get a piece of paper, right? All right, I want you to get a pen. Where's my pen at? I want you to get a pen. I want you to write down all of the names, on the roster of your team, right? And I want you to crumble it up. I want you to turn it sideways, and I want you to throw it in the trash because your team is irrelevant. That's what it is. Your team is irrelevant at the end of the day because nobody cares about your team. Play the song with your heart. Play the song with your heart. And one time. What is good, YouTube? This is your boy, Aaron.
It's Brian.
And this is the Courtside View Podcast, and we are back today. It's so hot outside. Oh, my God. July 4th was the hottest day ever.
Yeah.
Man.
I think they said it was like 60-some degrees worldwide, so that's pretty.
Whew. Man, it was blazing outside. Oh, man. Good. Oh. People that are going to weddings, hopefully it's indoors. Or going to parties, going to events, because being outside at this time is just hell.
Daytime, heck no, baby.
Yeah, no. But anywho, let's get down to business. NBA free agency. A lot has really transpired this past week. A lot of weird stuff has been going on. A lot of signings. The Houston Rockets, the Portland Trailblazers re-signing some pieces. The Washington Wizards. That craziness. And I'm forgetting some other names, but there's probably other names as well. But just looking down the list, the Houston Rockets. Let's go down to them. So they signed Fred VanVleet to I believe it was 120 million, something around that range, and they also signed Dillon Brooks to $80 million contract. What are they doing?
I don't know, actually. I don't know. Because after the draft, you're like, oh, yeah, they building a little nice young roster. Then they sign them dudes. And it's like, well, what is the plan here? Are we trying to compete? Or I don't understand what the goal is.
It comes down to maybe it's the head coach.
Like, honestly, I know it's this whole thing around Dillon Brooks and whatever. I could somewhat understand that signing.
$80 million?
I said somewhat. But, I mean, that's role player money. That's starter role player money. So, but Fred VanVleet, I'm scratching my head. Because didn't they just draft Amin?
Yes.
Thompson, and they still got KPJ.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is going on?
I don't know. That's a great question. I think because you give him $120 million. I think it's over, 4 years maybe? Dude, you drafted Amin Thompson number 4. Why would you give him a 4-year contract for $120 million if you have Amin Thompson and you're trying to develop him? So how is that going to work? Are you going to eventually trade Fred VanVleet? Like how are you going to move that contract?
Exactly.
Come on now. Like, be real. And I saw a stat, it's saying Dillon Brooks and Fred VanVleet were like the 2 worst guys in the league when it came to, I think it was field goal percentage when it comes to maybe, I don't know if it was 3-point percentage or field goal percentage, but it was one stat. I was like, what? Those 2 guys?
I know what you're talking about. I think it said that Dillon Brooks took nearly 1,000 shots, hit like 39, 38%.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's not bad. But then they went to the 3-point percentage, and he took 400 or so, nearly 500 threes, and he was like 32% from the field.
I think Fred VanVleet might have had like similar numbers in that aspect.
Yeah,
so
Fred VanVleet wasn't that good from beyond the arc.
Dude, it's just bad. Houston, we have a problem. Ime Udoka. This has to be Ime Udoka move. He probably was like, I need some veterans to coach these guys. But Dillon Brooks as the veteran, why? Like, I thought he was going to get like the mid-level. Maybe the mid-level exception. But $80 million? 4 years? What has he done to deserve $80 million? Did they not watch the playoff series? Did they not watch what he did against the Lakers? Did they not watch what he did the entire season? It just seems like people just think, oh, he's 3-and-D. Where's the 3? And the defense is overrated, too. All he does is talk. He's not Patrick Beverley, who backs it up. He's a solid defender, but that's about it. You allow Dillon Brooks to shoot 15 shots, he's going to make 3 of them. That's who he is. So I don't get the whole signing of it. It's just weird to me. And then they still have KPJ. Like, why you still have KPJ? I'm like, oh, KPJ must not be on the roster. No, he's still on the roster. Why? I don't get it. I'm lost.
Maybe they try to move him into the 2, but he's a point guard.
Isn't he like, what is he, like 6'2", 6'3"? Come on now. This is a disaster. This is a disaster.
They was doing all right, and then this happens.
Yeah.
Surprised they didn't go after a big, but
yeah, it just makes little sense. So, Wizards, after you talk glowingly about them finally rebuilding, they re-signed Kyle Kuzma to that deal.
Didn't I tell you he was going to get $100 million? You ain't believe me.
Well, to the Wizards.
We known for overpaying players. So,
yes.
I mean, it's just whatever. I mean, I don't like the contract. He should have just let him walk. Like, I thought we were rebuilding. Like, this roster's actually looking like they could win 30 games.
35.
Like, we gonna be in the same spot we was the last few years.
Yep.
Are we tanking or competing? Ernie. I said Ernie, good grief. He's not even the GM anymore. Ted, the owner. What are we doing here? They need to release a PDF of the roadmap of what we trying to do here. Cause I'm confused.
You need a graphic and everything.
Because this isn't a terrible roster.
Oh man, you're gonna be.
It's a baller's life roster, but
it's gonna be a pool party and a Kuzmania and pool party.
I bet, man, Rose Bar gonna be jumping.
Man, it's gonna be Kuz and Pool gonna be competing for best dress. Or worst dress, actually.
Might be the most light-skinned team in the league. You got Tyus Jones starting, Jordan Poole, and Kyle Kuzma.
Beautiful.
Oh, man.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's gonna be some fun basketball to watch. I tell you that much.
Fun basketball.
Yeah.
Gonna be.
I'm telling you, the Wizards is gonna be one of them parlay teams. People don't care if they win. They're not gonna bet the spread or the money line. They just gonna bet props.
They're gonna be Shaq and the Fool. They're gonna be on Shaq and the Fool a lot. You're gonna see a lot of Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma. Because they're gonna have the green light. They're gonna be trying different moves and everything, and they're just not gonna pan out. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. Get ready.
Now, this could be a good move for the Wizards down the line. Do with all these signings, because when you think about it, we're not really trying to win anything. So if we can just get these dudes to inflate their stats and then ship them off later for first-round picks, that's a win in my eyes.
I would say the Kyle Kuzma contract is probably immovable, but Jordan Poole, I don't know.
If he can average 25, someone's going to take him.
Man.
If he can average close to 25 with decent
$140 million,
someone's going to take him.
Man, that's tough. I can understand Kyle Kuzma because he's a wing. He can play defense. You know what I mean? $100 million is not too bad. But Jordan Poole and his inability to defend, his size.
We just saw Fred VanVleet get 120 M's.
Yeah, he's playing for Houston, one of the worst teams in the league.
Exactly.
Okay,
and the worst teams in the league have a lot of what? Picks. So someone is going to take Jordan Poole if he can ball out.
I would think a contender, but what contender would want Jordan Poole? Because you're not going to trade Jordan Poole from a bad team to another bad team. That doesn't make any sense.
If that bad team is giving us picks, we would. You kidding me?
I'm saying there's no way a bad team will want Jordan Poole.
Oh.
That wouldn't make sense unless you're giving them picks to take on the contract. That wouldn't make no sense to me.
There's nothing in the NBA makes sense these days.
Might be right about that because Portland, they matched the offer for Matisse Thybulle. Why Matisse Thybulle?
I don't know.
who cares? Like, why? You guys are on the losing end anyway. You're gonna lose Dame, so I don't understand what's the big deal about getting Matisse Thybulle, re-signing Jeremy Grant. Like, what's the point of re-signing Jeremy Grant to?
Then they talk about
160?
they're trying to see the trade market for him. I'm like, what did you sign him for?
$160 million
For 18, 20, maybe 20 points per game and no defense.
And Jeremy Grant, let's be honest. Kyle Kuzma and Jeremy Grant, is there really much a difference
Kuzma's better.
in terms of like their level of play? So the Wizards re-signed Kuzma $100 million. The Portland Trailblazers re-signed Jeremy Grant to $160 million.
Exactly.
Highway robbery. Is he? I think he's in Clutch Sports too. I think he may be in Clutch. Rich Paul, he's been cooking. He's been cooking lately. Hey, all these people talking bad about Rich Paul in the past. Well, guess what? He getting these dudes money. They getting paid. DeJounte Murray, he got paid $120 million. Are you kidding me? I didn't see that coming. DeJounte Murray?
I thought they was gonna ship him off.
What is the Hawks doing?
It's the Hawks.
Bobo got released from the Magic. People are like, damn, why did they release Bobo? He's good. People that watch highlights.
Yeah, he's not. I don't even think he cares about hoop for real.
Oh my gosh! Remember in this NBA draft, he's like, I'm gonna prove people wrong. Like, all right, bro, whatever. All right.
Yeah. We've seen the evidence. He's just not. No.
And then the Celtics got rid of Grant Williams. I think he went to the Mavericks, which was okay, whatever. I mean, I'm at the point. I don't think the Celtics really got better at all, but that's a different conversation for another day.
They didn't, honestly.
I don't think they got better at all. But and then Jaylen Brown they haven't given him a supermax contract yet. They haven't re-signed him, so that's gonna be a storyline down the road.
Did you hear the reason why they got rid of Marcus Smart?
Why?
They said
leadership. I think it was.
They said because they got rid of Marcus Smart because Tatum and Brown would defer to him late in games.
Oh, for like leadership or in terms of hooping like ball.
Like they would, like, when games came down late and it was like crunch time, they would defer to the point to Marcus Smart.
Oh man.
That's why they said they had to get rid of him.
That is terrible.
Yeah.
That's a terrible excuse. He was the heart and soul of that team. I mean, like Porzingis. He's good. He's really good. He averaged 20 last year. Injury prone, brittle. You need a point guard. You need a guy that can facilitate.
He's like 7 feet and averages 8 boards. Like that's not good.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know. I'm trying to think. There's probably been other moves as well. I just can't remember off the top of my head. I know we'll get to the Lakers later on, but Brooklyn. They re-signed Cam Johnson. They gave him $100 million.
Man, let me tell you, if you got a son, that boy needs to sleep with a basketball, eat with a basketball, because these dudes is getting paid.
$100 million for
Cam Johnson.
Oh my gosh, he's good, but $100 million? That Kyle Kuzma deal looking good now.
How much money Mikal gonna get when his time to get
that Kyle Kuzma deal looking pretty good for you guys. If Cam Johnson's getting 4 for $100 million,
I'll tell you what.
What? That's crazy. And then I think Desmond Bane he got resigned for like 200 M's.
Whew.
Come on now.
He's good, but good. That's like nearly star player money.
It's getting bad out here. It's getting really bad.
Like wow.
Yes.
High level role players.
Melo, he got a contract extension. Yeah. I forget the number, but it was a lot
like
too.
200, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm like, wow, they giving him a contract extension now. Oh man,
it's crazy, man.
What is going on? All these contracts, all these teams.
I mean, I think with the new CBA, you kind of have to, because you're not really going to be able to. Like, I need to go look at the rules again.
Man, it's like 600 and something pages on that CBA. Yeah. That's crazy. Who's reading all that?
Apparently not Grant Williams and them, because they got cooked on that
600 something pages. Nobody trying to read all that. Come on now.
Can we get the Cliff Notes version?
And you already know it's going to be like lawyer talk. It's going to be like all that legal terminology. So people not going to be able to understand it unless you have like a law degree or something. So it's just stupid. It's just dumb. Unnecessary stuff going on. The Warriors, they haven't been able to make much moves. I think
lost DiVincenzo.
Yeah, DiVincenzo. I forget where he went to.
I think he went to
some good team. I forgot where. I don't know, but he went to some good team. But the Warriors, I don't think they have a guy over 6'9" on the team, which is bad. Like, Kevin Looney is solid, but they don't have, like, really another legit big on that roster. And that's what happens when you give Jordan Poole that contract, and the only way you're able to trade him away is get Chris Paul back, who's eating up a lot of your salary as well. And then you also, I think they re-signed Draymond, I believe, and then you're probably going to have to re-sign Clay as well. So they're hamstruck. They're in a bad position. Yes, you know. And then, Sacramento Kings, they also re-signed Sabonis. He got a huge contract as well. It's just, Tyrese Halliburton also got a re-sign. He deserves it. He definitely deserves it. He's gonna be great for many, many years. I can't think of any other guys.
The Bucks re-signed Brook and Chris Middleton.
Brook Lopez, that was huge, and Chris Middleton. Kyrie Irving, he
got paid. Yeah, I knew
not
he was going to
surprising.
stay with
Everybody.
Dallas.
I mean, most people knew. You know, if you
you
thought,
know how your fan base gets.
they're delusional. But for people like me who are just logically speaking, like, I knew Kyrie wasn't. We didn't really want Kyrie anyway. We didn't want him to eat up all the cap, and I knew that Dallas was going to offer him the most money. They did, 120-some million, 3 years. That's a good deal for Kyrie. He accepted it. He wants stability. He's able to stay home, stay at a place for a good extended time. He's going to play with Luka. It makes the most sense. I can't really think. James Harden. Yeah, so James Harden, he, the player option, he pretty much took the player option, but he wants to get traded. Yeah. And there's been rumors maybe Phoenix or maybe Clippers, which is crazy in itself.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. James Harden. Do you really want James Harden? Like, seriously, at this stage of his career with that amount of money, he's going to want a new contract. Do you really want James Harden?
I don't.
If you're Philly, what do? You just trade him away? You just say, listen, let's try to make this work.
You trade him away, try to get a point guard back, and hope and let Tyrese Maxey cook.
Well, they're trying to get Dame, but the reports coming out, we'll talk about that a little later, but, like, in terms of Dame, he prefers Miami, which is, I kind of understand that's pretty simple why. But they're trying to get Dame. I feel like they should have. The thing is that Kyrie Irving accepting that Dallas contract was very bad for Philly because if Kyrie Irving would have waited a little longer, Philly probably would have been in play because, again, they need a point guard, and James Harden's on the way out. Kyrie Irving's still in his prime. James Harden is sort of not in his prime anymore. Philly probably would have been at play for Kyrie, but unfortunately that's not going to happen. So Philly's in a tough spot right now. Do you trade James Harden or you try to make it work? And if you can't get Dame, what else are you going to do? Like, who else is out there that you can really go to for a trade? There's not much out there. Tyrese Maxey, okay. There's argument being made that Tyrese Maxey plays better without James Harden, and he's an ascending player. But you still need more pieces if you want to actually make it to the finals, because it's clear as day you can't beat Boston. And, I mean, you were knocking on the door, but then Game 7, you laid an egg. But that was mainly Joel Embiid and James Harden laying an egg. And then you have Miami on the other side. You have to worry about them always being an 8 seed and making it to the finals. And Boston, again, like I said. So, yeah, Philly, they just in a tough spot right now. They're in a really tough spot.
Good.
If they don't get Dame,
they're finished.
They're pretty much screwed.
They either got to give James. Well, no, James Harden wants to trade. He probably, unless they overpay James Harden for him to stay.
What they could do is they could tell James, listen, the whole thing with you and Doc, he's gone now. Your role will be changed. We'll give you, and because he wasn't really, he sort of took a sacrifice when it came to his role. He came more of a facilitator. Listen, James, your role, you can be more of a scorer. Tell him that, and I get it. You know, at Houston, you were more so like, okay, layup, 3-pointer. Here, you were he sort of relied more on the mid range. He was more passive than ever before, and I guess you could try to say, okay, we will allow you to do you more. You don't have to sacrifice as much. I don't know how that will bode well with Joel Embiid, but that's their trump card. That's the best thing they could do. Besides that, they're pretty much screwed. I don't see any other way they can get better if they let go of James Harden.
And they still got Tobias Harris.
And that contract is the reason
contract.
why they're screwed.
Yeah.
If they picked Jimmy over Tobias, they would be in the finals. They probably would have arguably won a championship by now if they kept Jimmy instead of Tobias. It wasn't Ben Simmons that screwed them over. It was the Tobias Harris contract that screwed them over, because that right there made no sense. I didn't understand it all. What else in free agency?
Max Strus got paid.
Yes, Max Strus. I forget where he went to. Was it? I don't think it was Memphis. It was.
Wasn't it the
I don't know. I forget. I forget what team he went to.
Was it the Kings?
I may have been Max Strus.
I think he went to like a playoff team, I want to say.
He went. Oh, Cavs. He went to the Cavs.
Yeah, the Cavs. Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
Cavs.
so he went to the Cavs. Yeah, he got paid.
I think it was like 30 something.
It was a
for
solid
3 years.
contract.
3 years, 34 mil or something like that.
I know it was a sign and trade. Let's see. Yeah, 32. No. I'm looking at the contract. I'm trying to find the contract right now. Okay. That LeVert. Wait.
Also, the Cavs are looking to trade Jared Allen.
Yes.
Which I think I've hinted the idea of maybe a few episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, he just wasn't getting the job done.
Yep.
And also that quote of him saying the lights were too bright.
Yep.
You're not supposed to say those things, you know? It's just,
Mm-mm.
so I'm not surprised they're trying to trade him.
4
because
years,
you expect
$63 million.
Evan Mobley to take over that defensive, take control of that defensive presence field. And
he needs more space to operate.
Yeah, and Jared Allen and Mobley on the court does mess with your space.
Yeah, it's not 1995. This is 2023. He needs to be the center. He needs to be the big. If Mobley, if you're gonna have another big on the floor, he has to be able to stretch the floor.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have Mobley being able to operate, because when you watch the Cleveland games, he couldn't really go nowhere. Now, part of that is his fault because he's real skinny. We thought he had a mid-range game, but in the playoffs he didn't really show it that much. He was just out there. He was just another guy just getting cardio and getting bullied by Julius Randle all the time. But Jared Allen, it makes sense. They also need to get rid of what's that? Isaac Okoro, I think that's his name. I think he was a small forward. He's been a bust for them. So
can't hit a shot.
They need a forward. Because right now it's Donovan Mitchell. He's not. You can't have him as your number one guy. I'm sorry. You can't win with him as the number one guy. And Darius Garland, he's really good. The problem with Darius Garland is that Donovan Mitchell's on the team as well. I think Donovan Mitchell has sort of hurt Darius Garland game, just like what James Harden has sort of hindered Tyrese Maxey's game. I think Donovan Mitchell is kind of hindering Darius Garland's game because he sort of took a step back this year. Because the last season he was an all-star and he was hooping and he was dancing and everything like that. But this year he's sort of taking a step back, and I think that with Cleveland, I don't see them trading Donovan Mitchell this season. But if things don't get better, then we might be starting to talk about the backcourt getting separated. So just watch out for that. But yeah, I think that'll do it for that sort of free agency. There's still more coming in the near future, but let's get to my team. Yes. All right. So, hey, yeah, I'm talking to you. Don't leave. Don't leave yet. Listen what I gotta say. Listen what I gotta say before you click off the video. The Lakers. Man. You know, I got a list.
Oh, Lord.
The free agents. Man. All the good things the Lakers have done this free agency. First of all,
The paper's blank, by the way.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's written. They re-signed Alex Caruso.
Alex Caruso. See, look, man.
Alex Caruso, the Alex Caruso-like player
Austin Reeves.
in Austin Reeves. For $52 million? Unbelievable. Man, Rob Pelinka, how did you do it? People thought, oh, they're not going to be able to re-sign him because he's going to demand $100 million. We got him for $52 million. In your face. And then we re-signed D'Angelo Russell as well for a team-friendly deal. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. And then we stole Gabe Vincent from the Miami Heat. Who thought that was going to happen? That just came out of nowhere. A Rob Pelinka special at his finest. And we re-signed Roy Hashimura as well. Are you... What? Then we also... a minimum deal for Jackson Hayes. You know, he was a lottery pick, athletic, big. He can block shots. You could lob it up to him. Another just bad pick by the Pelicans. That Anthony Davis trade looking very bad right now. Because Jackson Hayes, what has he done? They could have selected Darius Garland, but they decided, you know what, we're going to trade down and select Jackson Hayes. Now he's on our team. I guess the Lakers are winning in that trade, huh? And who else? Who else did we got rid of Dennis Schroeder. We got rid of Malik Beasley, bum ass. We got rid of Mo Bamba. I think
Cam Reddish.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Cam Reddish. So here's what the Lakers are doing. You see the theme. I see it. Some of these guys are young players. They're like lottery picks. Haven't lived up to their potential. The Lakers are signing them because we believe that when they come to our system, they're going to thrive. Why? Because we got Phil Handy. Why? Because we got LeBron. Why? Because we have Anthony Davis. Why? Because we have a system in place that works. We have a system in place that develops young players. They succeed over here. They do well over here. And you're going to see it next season. You're going to find out next season. You're going to watch what happens. Cam Reddish, you're going to play the best basketball of his career. You watch and see.
Here we go with the Cam Reddish stuff, man.
Jackson Hayes, you're going to see it, man.
Oh, okay.
They're going to be motivated. They're going to be hungry.
Right.
Because they on minimum contracts. I'm telling you.
If you say so.
Austin Reeves,
Cam
he got
Reddish
that.
trick y'all, man.
Oh, nah, hey, man. I wasn't a big believer in Cam Reddish. I wasn't. What people should have realized, there should have been a question mark on Cam Reddish, is when I think it was during the tournament he didn't play. I believe it was. It was a certain game he didn't play for whatever reason. People were trying to find out what the hell is going on with Cam Reddish. That's when there should have been sort of question marks about, yo, is this guy does he love the game? But I think he's gonna fall in love with the game when he comes to the Lakers. You watch and see.
Y'all the funniest fan base in the league. Y'all think y'all could turn every player into like this really high level dude. It's hilarious.
And then we also got Torian Prince.
Oh yeah, y'all
another
did.
guy on a minimum deal. Are you kidding me? This guy right here, he was a solid 3-and-D guy for the Minnesota Timberwolves. What? Another really good guy. And we were lacking wings. Now we have wings. Now we have guys that can shoot. Now we have guys that, they're young and have potential. The oldest guy on the team, obviously LeBron, and the second oldest is Anthony Davis. Everybody else is in their 20s. Man, we got a bunch of young guys. We got a bunch of guys that are, starting to enter the prime. They're still trying to make a name for themselves in the league. Man, oh my God, I love it. I love the additions of our team. It's not like we're giving them like 5-year deals. We're not overspending or anything like that. We didn't go out there and try to get another star player and overspend for them. No. This day and age, we don't have to do that. What we need to do is surround AD and LeBron with a bunch of young guys that are going to play 60 to 70 games. That way, when LeBron goes out for 20 games this year, guess what? The team will still be intact because they're young. They can play for a good number of games. And with Gabe Vincent, a smart player, played in that Heat culture. People, listen, it's not going to be a Kendrick Nunn situation. I'm telling you, Gabe Vincent's not going to be Kendrick Nunn. He can defend. He has a good basketball IQ. He's going to be better than Dennis Schroeder. I like it. And then also we drafted that first round pick, so he can just stay on the bench. He can develop. Not too much pressure on him as well. I like what we have. And then Max Christie, he can develop as well. It's just a bright future for us, man. I have to say this. All you teams out here, all you people out here watching this video that are fans of these teams, I want you to get a piece of paper, right? All right, I want you to get a pen. Where's my pen at? I want you to get a pen. I want you to write down all of the names, on the roster of your team, right? And I want you to crumble it up. I want you to turn it sideways, and I want you to throw it in the trash. Because your team is irrelevant. That's what it is. Your team is irrelevant at the end of the day because nobody cares about your team. They don't. They really don't. And it just is what it is. The Lakers are here to stay. The Lakers are going back. I'm telling you, last year we were in purgatory. The trade deadline came and we got very lucky. One of the greatest trade deadlines in recent memory. We got very lucky. We turned around the season, made the Western Conference Finals. We got swept. Yeah, we got swept. But this year we improved. This year now, LeBron, he's not going to have to carry the load as much. We don't have the Westbrook drama hanging over us. We don't have all that toxic environment hanging over us. We're good. Another thing we didn't mention, Westbrook, $8 million for 2 years? Such a bad contract. Oh my God.
How the mighty have fallen.
Oh man, the Clippers are just so funny, bro. They're so funny. They're gonna be relying. Did you see that photo of Kawhi Leonard?
And his knee was all. Yeah, I seen that. I don't think that man has any knee cartilage left.
Man. Wow.
They're going to have to put a sponge in that man.
I've been hearing Paul George trade rumors for the past, few months now. Are they going to trade him or are they not? Are they going to trade him or are they not? The Clippers are in purgatory. The Clippers, they traded for Eric Gordon after they got rid of Luke Kennard.
Oh, yeah, he did go to the Warriors, which still doesn't make sense.
He went to the Suns.
Oh, I mean, the Suns, yeah.
Yeah, he went to the Suns.
Still doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't really move the needle that much. But
oh, yeah, where did Bruce Brown go?
He went to, I think he went to Indiana. Yeah, they gave him like a 2-year, $40 million, I think it was. Yeah, and people like, damn, for Bruce Brown.
Didn't Malik Monk get re-signed?
For the Kings?
Yeah.
I think he may have. He could. I don't know, but I think he may have. I'm trying to think. Who else?
I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I could think of at the moment. But yeah, Lakers.
On the Lakers, though, I like the moves, but I hate them at the same time.
Of course you hate them.
Y'all signed all of these dudes for $2 combined. I don't like something nefarious is going on in that organization, and it will be my life's mission to figure it out. Because this is ridiculous.
Ridiculous, huh? How?
This is ridiculous. But
guys,
you know what? Listen, everyone wants to be doom and gloom. The Lakers got people that... Listen, they re-signed the same dudes that wasn't performing. Besides Austin Reeves.
And Rui
Hashimura, yeah. But D'Lo, got played off the floor in the playoffs.
We have Gabe Vincent now.
Gabe Vincent shot horribly in the finals.
Okay, the finals.
I mean, that's where it counts the
Okay,
most,
the
right?
finals. But guess what? We still have.
Listen.
He
Listen,
won't be asked to do too much.
Don't panic. They still got to rely on a 30. LeBron will be
38.
39. He's
Yeah,
gonna be
39
39 next season. A 39-year-old LeBron and a unmotivated Anthony Davis, and I'll take those odds.
Okay, you'll take the odds. All right.
I'm gonna take those odds.
Okay, go.
I'm not too worried yet.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool for you. That's all right. But we did get better. And I like Gabe Vincent more than I do Dennis Schroeder.
Oh, yeah.
Because Dennis Schroeder, he just makes some dumb mistakes. He would foul guys for no reason. He would throw ill-advised passes. Like, many times, something like, why are you throwing that lob? Why? Turnover. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and also, we be reviving careers out here. Dennis Schroeder was on his way out of the league. All of a sudden, he comes to L.A. for 1 year. Oh, now he gets a contract. I think it's from Toronto, like 3 years, maybe $30 million. Man, we be reviving careers, bro. Malik Beasley, he went to I forgot. I think it was the Bucks. He's with the Bucks now.
Lord.
Oh my God, we be
Why?
reviving
He
careers.
literally was unplayable in the play.
Like, man, this is amazing. Amazing. This is why you should come. This is why players should come to the Lakers.
Please force a trade to the Warriors so you could play with Steph.
Now Cam Reddish, Jackson Hayes, if they can do the same thing, if they can make a name of themselves with the Lakers, what? You know how many more young players that have bombed in the league? What they're gonna do? They're gonna be like, all right, we'll come to the Lakers too. I'm telling you, it just is what it is. It is what it is. You'll see though.
Mm-hmm.
The Nuggets,
we will definitely.
the
see.
Nuggets, they're gonna miss Jeff Green and Bruce Brown.
Jeff Green left too.
I think he did. Yep, I think he did. They're gonna miss those two guys because they were key parts of that championship team. And
honestly, I think Christian Brown can set in for that Bruce Brown role.
Okay.
He gave him some good minutes in the playoffs. He just got to take a leap. But as far as Jeff Green, I'm not too sure in that department.
Okay. Well, they better figure something out because the Lakers are coming. The Lakers are coming. All right. Let's transition. Let's get down to the real business of things. Let's get down to Damian Lillard and everything that's going on with him because, man, these past week. So he requested a trade. Yep. He proved me wrong. I thought he was scared. I thought he wanted
maybe
to stay.
your video motivated him.
Yeah, because literally the next day he requested a trade. So yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to
the courtside view moves the needle.
Yes, I was trying to get him to finally make a move, and he finally did. He finally listened to my advice because it's about damn time. All this loyalty talk, screw all that loyalty talk. You've done that for 10 years now. It's time for you to be selfish. It's time for you to want what you want instead of what the organization wants. And all these people criticizing Dame, talking about, oh, you were saying all this about running from the grind and everything. You don't run from the grind, but you doing the same with that. Man, shut up. This man was there for 10 years, 2 rebuilds, and you guys are criticizing him. Oh, because you're mad because he's trying to do exactly what people have been saying he should do, force his way to a team, try to go to a contender. Okay, yes, Miami, they went to the finals last year. They've been to the finals the past two of the past 4 years. Okay, yes. But they didn't win the finals. They lost in 5 to the Nuggets. The Nuggets were clearly the superior team. So what do they need? They need Dame. It's not like a Golden State situation where Golden State won 73-9. They went 73-9. They went to 7 games with Cleveland. If Iguodala didn't get hurt, guess what? They probably win the championship. It wasn't that situation. This situation, Miami Heat desperately need Dame. And if he goes there, he's going to get the hell of a credit if they win a championship. All these people criticizing him, especially these fans of like the Clippers, fans of teams that Dame has sort of just cooked in recent memory. They want to criticize him on what he's doing, saying he'll be unhappy if he doesn't go to a team other than Miami. All these people, I just say to you, to hell with you. to hell with what you think. Damian Lillard has been through endless rebuilds, has been through just a lot of just turmoil with Portland. His best team, think about this, his best team was his second year in the league. Remember, they had Aldridge, they had Batum, Matthews, I think Mo Williams came off the bench one year. That was his best roster. His second year in the league. Every other year he had to carry. Think about that for a second. LaMarcus Aldridge literally left Portland because he knew, I can't win with this organization anymore. I have to go to San Antonio. This is what Dame had to deal with. And he was the face of the team, face of that organization for 10 straight seasons. And what did they do for him? Oh, they re-signed C.J. McCollum to a contract. Oh, they got Jeremy Grant. Oh, they got Nurkic. That's it. What is he supposed to do? And the people, and then the group chat, they were arguing and everything like that. And I'm just, I'm observing. I'm in the background observing and everything like that. Here's my thing. Portland was daring Dame to request a trade. They were daring him. Like, no, they weren't. Look what they were doing. Selecting Scoot Henderson, number 3, instead of trading the pick for, like, Paul George or a star player. Re-signing Jeremy Grant to $160 million. Trading away C.J. McCollum. If that's not daring Dame to ask for a trade, I don't know what is. They wanted Dame to request a trade because they don't want to look like the bad guy in the situation. They want Dame to look bad. All that loyalty talk is bullshit. All that, the organization loves Dame. No, it's a business. It's a business at the end of the day. This organization, they were ready to rebuild. Just like, remember they were talking about Aaron Rodgers' situation in the Packers. The same exact thing. Now, not everything is the same, but it's very similar in a way. Portland wasn't overt in the way that they were saying. Like, Packers, they were pretty much saying, like, okay, we don't want Rodgers anymore. We want to move on with Jordan Love. Portland, they were low-key with it. But you could see with the moves that they were like, we're ready to move on from Dame. We just want him to say it. All this criticism, I don't know why. It just doesn't make any sense. He's been there long enough. We've seen this situation just not work. They made one conference finals. They got swept in 4 by a Kevin Durant-less Golden State Warriors team with no bench. It's time to move on. They have all these guards. Why would Dame want to stay there? Shaden Sharp, Scoot, Anthony Simons. Why would he want to stay with all that? All these young players. It makes no sense. I'm just tired of it. What's your reaction to Dame requesting a trade and then the criticism afterwards?
It's about time he requested a trade, but I have to disagree with you.
What?
On the other point. Him specifically saying his team leaking out that it said his team was contacting other teams around the league saying if you trade for him, you're trading for an unhappy player.
Yes.
What part of the game is that? Brother.
Bro, what did he say? I'm trying to win a championship.
Yeah, let me go to the best team. The best team.
Go to Miami.
That's soft.
But
I'm sorry.
It's not soft because
after all the stuff he been talking, running from the grind. He talked to Paul George, running from the grind, all that. He's a hypocrite.
He's a hypocrite?
That's literally the definition of hypocrite.
He's been with Portland for 10 years, literally being around 2 rebuilds. His best team was his second year in the league. And he's seeing all these guys win championships. He's seeing Kawhi win in Toronto. He's seeing Giannis win with Milwaukee. He's seeing LeBron, he won in L.A. He saw Golden State win one just recently. And then he saw Denver win one. He's seeing there's no super team. Yo, let me go to Miami. They make the finals. If they get me, they can finally get over the hump. They've been knocking on the door for like 2-3 years. They need me. You go to Philly. I like Philly, but guess what? You're probably gonna have to give up Maxey. They're gonna have to give up a lot of pieces. But with Miami, Probably have to give up maybe Bam or something like that. But you're still in a good position to win. Dame, I have no problem with what he's doing. Why would he want to go to, like, Brooklyn? You want him to go to Brooklyn? You want him to go to New York? That's not winning a championship. That's not moving the needle. He's back in Portland, basically. Come on now. You should be ashamed of yourself.
No. It's the principle. You can't go against your own word like that.
Well, we already know, like, we were criticizing him about his loyalty and just how foolish it was anyway. I agree with you, yes.
If he my thing is that he was just so adamant about it. Like, he would pound his chest and be like, yeah, we're going to get it. We're going to grind. We're going to get it out the mud. Loyalty. And now he's like, yeah, trade me. I want to get traded and trade me to the best team in the East while you at it.
Okay.
Like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It just rubs people the wrong way because it seems like, what was you really doing all that for then?
Okay, all right. If you want to paint it like that, then yeah, you're right. You're right on that aspect of it. It's like, okay, you've been saying, oh, I'm loyal. I'm gonna stay with my team. I'm built from the ground up for this long, and people who don't do that, shame on you. Blah blah blah. Okay, you're absolutely right. I'm not gonna join a super team and stuff like that. Okay, you're right in that aspect. But at the same time, I have no problem with him going out his way and saying, I want to go to Miami, no other team. I have no problem with that. But what you're saying, you're not wrong. He is a hypocrite. He is. It's like, dude, you were saying all this stuff about loyalty, and now you're doing the same exact thing that you hated, that you despised. So in that aspect, you're right. But I'm not going to criticize him about it because I understand just the trials and tribulations he's gone through in Portland. Getting bounced out every single year by Golden State. Getting cooked by San Antonio. Getting cooked by all these other teams. I've seen it. It's been documented. We've watched it. He deserves a chance to win a championship, to chase a ring. Mm-hmm. He's never had that opportunity. And for him to say, Miami or bust, I'm not mad at it.
It's like that Kevin Gates video that people keep posting. I can't co-sign that, but I ain't mad at you for what you do.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's where I'm at with it. Like, hey, best of luck. I don't know how Miami going to get it done because I'm pretty sure, okay, you only want to get traded to Miami. We're going to need something. We leaving here with something.
Yeah, you're right.
And they in Miami talk about they're not trying to trade Caleb Martin. Mm-hmm. Who do they think he is? He had one good series. I'm confused.
I think Caleb Martin's actually. I saw a report where he's leaving. He might be leaving. So, yeah, it's a sticky situation. It's gonna be a while.
Pat Riley gonna have to dance.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while before there's any sort of movement going on with that trade going on. And then also the James Harden situation. I think those two situations are probably going to coincide with one another.
Probably
because
they might have to get a third team involved.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to happen.
I don't see how the Heat straight up trade for Dame.
Yeah, I don't see how they're going to be able to trade for Dame without giving up Bam.
Yeah, a third team is going to have to get involved.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know how that third team's going to feel about.
Maybe possibly Brooklyn. Nick Claxton, but they like
I
Nick Claxton.
I don't know, man. It's hard. It really is. It's just a mess. It's just a real mess right now.
Maybe DFS Brooklyn, possibly.
I don't know. Dorian Finney. I don't know. Dorian Finney-Smith.
I like him as a player, but
I don't know. They do have a lot of wings. Like that's a lot of wings. You got Cam Johnson, Finney-Smith, and Mikal. You need to give up one of those guys. Like that's just too much. That's just too much. So final topic. Victor Wembanyama is going to make his Summer League debut tonight.
Oh yeah, it is the 7th.
Yes. So
we will be watching.
I'm definitely. And then Brandon Miller's going to be playing against him as well. By the way, Brandon Miller.
That last game was
first 2 games. Foul.
I thought he did. Oh, foul truck.
A fouling machine. Like I think he had 8 fouls the first one, maybe 8 again the second. Like it's just bad, bro.
He had mad turnovers too that second game.
Man,
I'm like, the Hornets fans looking kind of right now, but
well,
it's summer league saying.
but
It's a little,
raising my eyebrow.
If you ain't hooping against the summer league dudes, how you gonna hoop against the starters? And
like, I'm not saying you gotta drop 30 or something, but like at least makes like 8 fouls.
But like, the guys that are legit, like Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray had 41 points. He shouldn't even be playing. He was a starter on a freaking playoff team.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like,
and Jalen Williams, stop playing. Y'all too good to be in summer league. Like, this ain't a THT situation where you sat out when you really should be playing. You playing when you shouldn't be playing.
Yeah, I remember when Jason Tatum in the summer league, he was cooking. Like I've seen like wing players in the summer league, like guys that would turn out to be really good. Like, okay, like sometimes they won't put up like jaw-dropping like stats, but at least they would make some sort of contribution. Like, they're not going to be out here turning the ball over like excessively.
Like even dude that played for Memphis, what's his name?
Oh, Kenny Lofton.
Yeah, Kenny Lofton. He's been doing all. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's playing good last year in the Summer League and G League. Yeah, Brandon Miller. I don't know, man.
You gotta lock in.
I'll just wait to see Las Vegas. That's when I like really sort of lock in Las Vegas. But yeah, Victor Wembanyama, I can't wait to see him. I think he's gonna play pretty well. I expect maybe 12 points, maybe 8 rebounds. I don't think he's gonna have like a crazy game.
I don't expect him to play all that many minutes either.
I think it'll be like a 12 and 8 game. I don't think it's gonna be too crazy. 50% from the field. I think he's just it's a feel out game. Try to get his legs under him a little bit like that. It'll be fun though. It'll be really fun. I can't wait for Scoot Henderson as well. I can't wait to see him play eventually. And yeah, those are really what I'm looking for. Amen Thompson as well, the Thompson brothers. And that's
how you feel Chet's been playing so far?
Oh, I haven't really seen Chet. I've seen like glimpses of highlights, whatever. I saw this one movie did. Oh my God, sheesh. But I don't know how like well he's really been playing. I haven't heard too much about him, but I'm gonna check him out. Also, I think they play tonight.
He's been doing all right.
I think San Antonio. Does San Antonio play OKC? I know OKC. I think they play tonight or yesterday. I don't know, but I'll check them out because I want to see how Chet plays as well. He was the number 2 pick, a year ago. So definitely want to check him out. And yeah, that's really all I'm really gonna be looking for. Until Las Vegas. Las Vegas, that's when things get interesting because that's when ESPN televised games. That's when we sort of get to see a lot more of those guys play. But until then, remain to be seen.
Look, it's a report. Ime Udoka reportedly had zero interest in coaching James Harden.
I'm not surprised.
Ime said it's not going to work here.
Jalen Green didn't really want
James Harden
that much.
He said he is not a system player. He said get him out of here.
So Mark Medina said that Damian Lillard lands with a team other than Miami Heat won't report to training camp.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Interesting. So he's really
please bring the NFL back.
Oh brother. Wow. Another weird thing about Victor Wembanyama. So
with the Britney Spears stuff,
one of the most randomest stories I've ever came across with. Yes, Britney Spears. So Victor Wembanyama, he was just walking. It was like a crowd of people, whatever. And I think the Spurs security guard was with him. Like he had Spurs security was with him, and Britney Spears came out of nowhere. I think tapped him on the shoulder. He didn't even know it was Britney Spears. He didn't even see her face, whatever. And security guard sort of, I don't know if he backhanded her or something. I know he pushed her away, and like what? That's just weirdest thing. Yeah, most randomest thing ever. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's funny because she said she tapped his shoulder. I'm like, lady, I don't even know if I could tap Vic's shoulder, and I'm 6'1".
Bro, does she not understand that he's 7'4", 7'5"? So when you tap his shoulder, he's not gonna be able to see you. She's like, what is he, 5'3"? I'll give her 5'3". If that. You know how short she is compared to him? What?
That's like 2 feet of height.
Dude, he's not gonna be able to see you. You're like a toddler to him. That's how tall he is. Like, come on now. That's insane. He did nothing wrong, obviously. The security guard, I don't know what he or she was doing in that moment, but hopefully they could patch things up, I guess. I don't know. But that was just weird.
That's about it.
Yeah, I think that'll do it on this episode of the Courtside Views. About to say Courtside Views Beyond Sports. Courtside View Podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, hit the notification bell, and also follow socials, especially Threads. We're on Threads now.
We on Threads now?
Yes, we're on Threads, the new Twitter. Oh man, that's a whole nother conversation in itself. But yes, follow us on Threads. It's the same as our Instagram.
Yep.
Literally the same as our
same
Instagram.
handle.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, make sure to follow that, and we will see you guys on the next episode of Courtside View Podcast. Thanks for you guys for watching, and peace.
Look, cold world, still a cold world. And a couple y'all is cool, but we a little more thorough. Whole time, a little more girls. You know I spit that sick shit and it's still no cure. Hold up.